just want to talk to you about Jesus and how he has helped me with my weight, with my health. Health is not talked about in church a lot, and when it is joked about. When it comes to we're gonna have a new body in heaven, I don't know why that joke bothers me a lot. I think we need to take our health more serious here on earth. And this was supposed to be something that I was gonna mention at the end of the video, and I think I saw it on TikTok. God came down physically to have a body and used his body to do miracles. He worked through the carpentry, he traveled. We need to be more aware and take that more serious. To talk about my testimony on on my weight, it was always up and down, up and down. Now knowing, I think the reason for that, I had the wrong intentions of how I wanted my body to be, or why I wanted my body to be a certain way. It was to be sexy, right? I wanted to be I wanted to be snatched. I wanted to be like, she looking good. I feel like I'm talking. I'm going to talk about how I was humbled. I was humbled real quick with my weight, and not in a insecure way, not in a bashful way where you're fat. No, this is how it happened. I was under the illusion of being skinny, like of being wow. So I started in college. I went to Hostels Community College, and that's in Grand Concourse. Grand Concourse is known for being a food desert. And what that means is there's no healthy spots around. It's just junk food all around. I'm telling you, I wrote down everything that I ate around. I ate McDonald's, the pizza from 7-Eleven. I was able to eat a whole pie by myself. Maybe I'm still able to do that now, but I did it unconsciously. I did it not knowing what the consequences were. I had Dunkin' Donuts, Popeyes, my chicken tenders, whoop, and Subways when footlongs were $5, when everything was cheap. Even I had frappes. Oh my gosh, I had a frappe every single day. I went to school every single day. Well, no, only on the weekdays. I went to school from 9 a.m. and left when they closed from 10 p.m. because at that time I didn't have a laptop and I didn't have the software because I was studying graphic design. 7-Eleven was right across the street diagonally. It was my snack bar. I was hungry. I would go to 7-Eleven. I would drink Monster, Red Bulls. I barely bought water or brought water from home. Oh yes. And McDonald's was also next to my job. I used to work at Ripley's in 42nd Street. Ripley's, believe it or not. I would go there twice. I would go there 5 minutes before starting my shift and I would get a frappe. I needed my frappe. Eating was more of an entertainment for me during work hours to keep me zoned out. And I'm now realizing that, telling you this, because I had to stand for 8 hours. I was a photographer, so when you come in, I'd be like, hey guys, welcome to Ripley, stand over here. And then when it came to our 15-minute break for working for 8 hours, you needed something fast, right? So go next door, grab a bite, come back, eat, and I would get the snack wrap, grilled chicken snack wrap. Oh my gosh, so good, but so bad. That didn't stop there. Fries, I was dogging on fries because my family and I, my mom, my dad, and I, we would go to McDonald's. We would get our meal, and there was this Monopoly game going on at the time, and you would peel. I don't know. You would peel. This is a French fries, right? You would peel the Monopoly tag, whatever it was, and there was a prize behind it. And it would tell you like, hey, this is Park Avenue and, the Monopoly places. But usually there would also be a free prize. Like, oh, you get a free medium-sized French fries. And it was usually French fries and stuff. And I love French fries, McDonald's French fries. But then I wasn't aware that McDonald's was unhealthy for you. I thought food was just food and you just ate, you just packed up and that's it. I was eating. When we already ordered something and we picked up our food and we drive off a little bit, we would peel so fast to see if we want anything. And if we wanted French fries, we would go through the drive-thru again and pick up our French fries. You know that episode of SpongeBob when Squidward was just eating Krabby Patties? That's exactly how I looked in the span of 3 years. That happened in the span of 3 years where I went from 135 to I won't tell you just yet. I'm gonna tell you how much in just a second. Oh gosh, life is so funny. So this is when I was humbled. I was a preacher's kid, a PK kid, and my parents were pastoring, and I would help my mom open the church, and I would help her lift the gate because the gate was so hard. The grease was so thick, didn't work. My mom and we would both lift it up together. There was this gentleman. My eyes twitching. Stressing. Okay, so we're lifting up the gate, and he comes and he helps us lift up the gate, and he asks, oh, you're so strong, how much do you weigh? I was like, oh, yes. And he goes, oh, like 165. The way my mouth dropped, and even my mom was like, 165. I said, no, I'm like 130, 135. but when I was shocked and I looked at him, like 165, brother, oh, brother. Like, he was so innocent, asking too. And he was like, oh no, I didn't mean to offend you. He felt so sorry because he thought I was offended, and I was not offended. I was just like, oh no, whoa, that's like, you're, you're wrong. I was just shocked on how it was far away from my number. I was like, bro, whoa, like not even like 130, 135. I was so shocked. And I was just wondering, how much do I weigh? I never stepped on a scale. And let me tell you, when I stepped on that scale, when I got home, when I stepped on that scale, it said, humbled. I couldn't believe it. It said 160. It made sense because at that time I was size 9, and sometimes I had a pair of jeans that said size 11, and I just thought that was tiny for me. Like, I just thought, like, oh, these numbers just mean, because I was so used to bigger numbers. I was around people who was size 16, 18. That's when I became aware, but not in an insecure way. It was like, ooh, oh my gosh, 160. I can't believe I didn't notice, just like how we lived before Christ. And I became aware, and that's when YouTube was beginning, and that's when I was doing research on like how to work out, how to exercise. I didn't think about food or diets or anything. I just started hitting the gym with my dad, and I became that 5 a.m. girl. But I was not consistent. I would still party at 2 a.m., be home at 4 in the morning. The trains and the buses weren't running like that. They just would run every 30 minutes to 40 minutes, and I would get home at 4 in the morning. So I wouldn't go to sleep till 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. So that wasn't healthy either. You need sleep. Oh yeah, and not just partying. So partying was on the weekends, right? Video games were on the weekdays. I would be that kid with like the blanket over me and like on the screen. My mom would just come in and look at me, ¿Qué te pasa? And my dad too, like, what is wrong with you? But they gave me so much grace because I would do well in school, or I would do what I have to do. I was a good kid, but just bad decisions with sleep, and I guess just sleep. That was my problem. Because I think I was becoming more aware of just my body and what I'm putting inside of me and what I have to do with it just to be healthy. That's when yoga was becoming a thing too. And I took yoga in school too. So, no. It's crazy how like I was doing yoga and I had a car accident. So a lot of things was going on in that year. I was doing yoga. I was in a bad relationship. Toxic relationship. I got into 2 car accidents. But we're going to continue talking about this testimony. That's going to be another topic. I promise I'm going to talk about that. If you have any questions, please. There's so much noise happening right now. There's the steam and the leaf blower again, but I'm going to keep talking out loud. So because I think since I was becoming more aware, things were coming out too on the internet. And that's when I realized I was getting headaches when I was eating McDonald's. My order for McDonald's was 2 double cheeseburgers every single day and French fries and the McFlurry. But then I started getting headaches. I told myself, you know what, I'm gonna stop eating the burgers here, but the frappes, and I would definitely get the frappes before I go to class. I needed to stay awake. I needed some sugary drink. Cool enough that the documentary Super Size Me came out. It's when a guy ate McDonald's for 30 days straight for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And rest in peace. He passed away at the age of 53 due to cancer. And I think it was because of that experiment that he did. But watching that documentary helped me so much to stop eating McDonald's. McDonald's was just the first place to stop because I didn't know any of the other food restaurants were toxic as well. Then I started learning about Popeyes, how the industry, just the restaurant industry, how the behind the scenes, how they reuse a lot of their food. When I got into a relationship with my now husband, he just told me a lot more about the food industry. That's where it became a challenge for me because you find the truth behind these industries, and then you think to yourself, how am I going to eat? Because I wasn't cooking like that. I was just ordering out a lot, and my husband didn't do that. He would cook his own food every single day, and that's what changed me to do the same thing as well. And you save a little coin there too. But the whole point of this, the more you know and witness, the more you change, the more actions you take to change. I believe my health has been steady because of God, because I've been now more aware of how to take care of myself for God. And you're not alone. If you're overweight or not healthy, even skinny, there's a lot of skinny people that are not healthy. And I was one of those people where I was so skinny. I would still eat a certain way, and I even developed a cyst on my ovary, and I had to continue changing how to eat to be healthy. And that made my faith grow stronger too, because when I found out I had a cyst on my ovary, I went, I also don't like taking medication, and unless you do research on it, you make sure you do your research. Do not take anything from the doctor without doing research. I went from 160 pounds back to 135 pounds, and just from skateboarding. And again, I wasn't aware of like being healthy. It just helped me to lose weight. If I didn't do anything, I probably would have been bigger and unhealthier and with complications and all that stuff. Life happened and anxiety happened. I went from 125 to 105 pounds. I became so skinny in a short amount of time. I became a workaholic. I started working because money was the only thing that mattered to me. I wanted to be the best of the best, and I wasn't eating, and I was just in my room. I wouldn't even go outside. I was even doing YouTube. Before this channel, I had another YouTube channel, which was just under my name, and it was just hand lettering, and I was just producing and become monetized, which it happened, but I was burnt out so much. Burnout happens, and I burned a lot of calories. And it didn't happen just once. It happened twice. The second time was because I lost someone so close to me. When I lost them, I didn't know what to do with my life anymore because my priority was taking care of them. Actually, let me just say it straightforward. The second time around was because I lost my father-in-law. I was his part-time caretaker because we also had a caretaker, but we were both taking care of him. My husband was working very hard, and I was just taking care of him in the morning when I can, and in the evening till he came home. And taking care of him was my life. That's all I knew. And I'm trying not to get too emotional here. And when he passed away, it's happening. And when he passed away, I didn't know what else to do with my life because that's all I knew. I lost weight so fast again. And it wasn't up to 105. I was back to normal to 125 again. And I lost 15 pounds in 2 months, in the span of 2 months. I'm trying to not to think about it, so I'm gonna cry. So I was 110 pounds, and I got so mad because when I realized, oh my gosh, I'm skinny again. Sometimes I could even feel it, where I don't have to look at myself in the mirror. I just feel that I got so weak that I forgot to take care of myself when I was taking care of him. And when I realized that I lost track of myself again, I was so mad because I was also confused. When I started experiencing anxiety and weight loss, that's when I started becoming close to God, to Jesus, getting to know him, because I started doing devotionals every single day. I would probably miss like 2-3 days max, but I would start doing a devotional every single day. That's what helped me continue life. It gave me hope. That's when I realized that a lot of people are on survival mode. I was on survival mode where I just exist in life, and I'm not aware of what I'm putting in my body, what I'm doing with my body, what am I doing with my life just in general. And I wasn't even thinking about Jesus at that time. I didn't have a relationship with him. I was just learning about his word. It was more of eating his word like a piece of salad, and then I would eat over here the world. I was definitely lukewarm till 3 years. Was it 3 years? Yeah, I went all in. Then last year, March, exactly last year, that's when I really went all in. And I realized that I thought I went all in, but but not even close, because I would still curse. I would listen to vulgar music. I would still watch things that wasn't appropriate. And I'm talking about shows, just things that turn you into something or something else. And you can say just for a year straight, what I've been feeding myself has been 100% having a relationship with Jesus. And what's cool, this year of 2025, I feel like I now see Jesus. Like when I speak to him, I see him. I can see him. What I didn't have in all those years with my weight was faith. I didn't have faith in God, because every time I saw the scale and I saw I would lose more weight, I would get scared and I would just force myself to eat. Oh my gosh, I didn't know I would be emotional about this, because I'm thinking like I'm gonna disappear. It felt exactly like I was close to death, because I felt so weak physically and spiritually. Because when I would see something physically, it would affect me spiritually. I'm talking about it. That's when I was like, wow, I really didn't have faith in God. Faith in God is when you see something physically, chaos. There's so much chaos. But having faith in God, that's when you find peace. That's when peace develops, because you're like, oh, okay, I'm 105 pounds. All right, I let myself go. Or, oh, I'm 160 pounds. Ugh, like I gained weight. All right, let myself go. Yeah, so all of my 20s was wondering too much. When am I going to have the perfect body? Or when I was skinny, when am I going to gain my weight again? When am I going to be strong? So So now that we know, health journey is asking God how to take care of your body. And this is why it's so important to have a relationship, a personal relationship with God, because the Holy Spirit will guide you in what you need to do for your body, for your own body. Right now, for me, I'm at a point to make my body strong. I want to be able to do 10 push-ups. So yeah, ask God how to take care of your body, because every body is different. Every body is different. Especially some people have certain health conditions. Some people have asthma. So let the Holy Spirit guide you on what you need to do for your own body, what you need to work in. Of course, do your research. The more research you do, the more things you try, you're going to find how to work out your body. I can't tell you what to do exactly. Like, I can't say this is what I'm doing, so you have to do it. I can tell you what I'm doing. I'm still going to tell you what I'm doing in future videos, how I'm becoming strong, or what I did, what worked for me, because it can help you. It can help you, guide you. If you have any questions, I would love to help you in health, or what I should try. If you have any advice for me, if you want me to go into detail in something, because this is more of me practicing how to talk, I'm just learning just to talk to you guys about what I went through, and not getting off track, because I can be all over the place, and that's why notes are so important. So again, I don't know where I heard this from, but if someone mentioned, if God came down to in a physical form, I think it's so important for us to take care of our bodies. Like, if he came down as a human being, then being a human being must be important. There has to be some significance there. So let's take care of it. Just like we exercise our faith, let's exercise to be healthy, not to be skinny. And imagine what happens when you glorify God, when you put God in it. So glorify God with your health. When you just go to him and asking advice on how to take care of yourself, you're glorifying God. You're honoring him. It's a practice of not giving into our flesh. We need to die. We need to kill the flesh. We tell it what to do, not the other way around.